What up, world? I'm Steve. You guys are the crypto crew, and this is where we keep crypto simple and easy to understand. Today, we have a really exciting video. We're going to be covering two important things in this video. The first thing is there is a really scary similarity between 2013 and 2018 with Bitcoin, and it could tell us where we're going in the future. The second thing we're going to cover in this video is an update to the death cross. What's happening with the death cross? Before we get into that, I just want to give a special message from my heart to everybody. A lot of you guys are here to build your retirement. And I just want to warn you, without the proper education, you guys could easily lose your retirement. You have to take your education seriously. That means if you're not sure what to buy, when to sell, and you're not sure how to read charts, you have to take your education seriously. Now, you guys know my deepest passion is teaching about crypto. So do yourself a favor, sign up to those classes that are linked below. Now, I want to give a special shout out to you guys, the crypto crew. Now, we just crossed 24,000 subscribers. I feel blessed to have you guys. You guys are incredible. I love you guys. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We welcome you in to our crew. Hit that button right now. Turn on that bell for those fresh new videos. Now, before we jump into it, just because I'm in this nice pink blazer, I'm still not your financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So, what we're going to do first, as I mentioned, is look at the 2013 chart and compare it to this 2018 chart. All right, so what I did for you is drew 4 waves. So you can see when we're scrolling down here, this is 2013, around Christmas time when this took place. If you guys are new to this website, this is called Coinigy. The link is also in the description to all of my intermediate students. You guys have free access to this. And this one is saved under BTC 2013. So you guys can access this as you're watching this video. So take a look at this, guys. We drew 4 waves. We have the blue and the pink. You guys know I love me some pink. So we have wave 1 down, wave 2 up, wave 3 down even further, wave 4 up. And this is kind of going to be a little bit scary how similar these are. So the charts may look a little bit different, but when we break down the percentages, it's a little bit freaky. So we're going to start with the first 2 waves. What we're going to do is measure these waves, and how we're going to do it on Coinigy is we're just going to click up here towards the top. We're going to hold down the shift button. We're going to click once. Right near the top is those wicks, guys. We're not the bodies, the wicks. We're going to click once in the shift, hold that down, click once, and we're going to drag to the top. So you can see, whoops, we're a little bit in the way. What I want to show you where we're going first. We're going right to this peak here, and we're going to see from that wave down to up how far was this initial move. So we're clicking shift and we're measuring right to that top wick. You can see it's 14%. So that means from the highest point up to where it ran up to, what was that difference? So in 2013, it was about 15, right? So that's right from this top here to this run-up point from wave 2. Now we're going to go to this chart in 2018, and we're going to do the same thing from the highest point up to this run-up point, and we're going to see how similar those are. So we're going to click shift, we're going to click, we're going to scroll down, and it's 14%. So it's pretty much exactly accurate, where we had this huge leg down and a huge leg up, and it brought us about 14, 15, 13% from its high. Now we're going to measure next from the 2013 chart what that leg 3 looked like. How far was that from this top to this bottom. So we'll always measure from point to point. We're going to click shift here, hold down shift, click, and we're going to scroll it right to this bottom, and it was looking like just 60% downfall. So that's that third leg down. It brought us down 60% in 2013. Now let's go to 2018 and see that leg down and see if we can find some similarities. So it's literally this point right here down to this point. You can see this blue line coincides with that to make things a little simpler. So we're going to click right here, and we're going to scroll down here, 65%. So it's pretty much exact. So those first two waves, we were down about 14%. This next wave, down about 65%. So it's scary accurate so far. Let's take a look at this fourth wave, see if we can see some similarities. We'll start again with 2013. So we're going to start from the bottom point and go up. So we're going to click here, we're going to hold down shift, and we're going to scroll up to the top here, and it's looking like 85% of a leg up. That's on the fourth wave. So let's go back here to 2018, and let's see how similar this is. So we'll click shift, hold it down, and we're scrolling up, and we had about 100% move. So everything is pretty much coinciding. Why is this important, you ask? 2013 was the only cryptocurrency crash we've ever had, or bear market, whatever you want to call it. This was a bad time in crypto for an extended period of time. And I've tried to warn about a situation like this could potentially happen. I've been talking about it for a long time, and we need to see next, what did Bitcoin do in 2013 after this leg 4, because that will tell us what could happen next. And let's measure this move. Let's see if it actually makes sense, first of all. So we're going to measure this move in 2013. And after that leg 4, we went down 53%. So let's see if that even makes sense. If Bitcoin went down 53% from here, where would that bring us? So 53% would bring us right to about 6K, right where we went down to before. So a little bit under 6K. I think we measured it a little bit from the top. We have to measure it from here. That's the highest point. So if we look at, yeah, it's actually lining up perfectly. So this chart is saying if we were to follow the past, usually history repeats itself in financials, everybody. It's just the sad truth. So this is telling us if we were to repeat history, the next wave, the next move from Bitcoin should be to retest 6K. And it appears that we may be on our way to do that as we speak, which we'll get into the death cross in a moment. So I just want to point this out because this is a little bit scary how similar these charts are. Now, if you guys remember months ago, I did a video about how Bitcoin could go to 3,500. I didn't pull that number out of thin air. It was from these charts. These charts are very, very similar. This was way back, up here when we talked about Bitcoin 3,500, and since then the charts have played out very, very accurately. So I do want to point this out, guys. This is not something to joke around about. We could have a little bit of a downturn. Now, I want to give you guys some good news. This is not to scare you or, oh my God, Steve said Bitcoin is going to die. No, I never said that. I'm really bullish on Bitcoin in the future, really. But one of the good things is these moves, these legs, if you measure the actual days, was relatively slow. Our chart here in 2018 is moving significantly faster. In fact, each leg is moving at least 2 times faster, sometimes 3 times as fast. So what does that tell us? Bitcoin in 2013 had a downturn. You can see here for a year and a half, right? I don't think this is going to happen. I really don't. I really don't believe that. In fact, I told you guys it's not probable that we go to 3,500. It is possible, but I don't believe it's probable. So I do want to make that clear. And I do want to point out that we could have an extended down period, but I don't think it's going to be the same as this situation because the whole scenario is different, right? So that's step one. What I wanted to cover next was an update, right? The update from the death cross. So let's jump into that chart here. Now, a few things we mentioned in the death cross. If you guys missed those videos, I'll link them down below. We did a series of 3 videos talking about the death cross, and this was before anybody on YouTube was talking about the death cross. We covered this initially 5 or 6 days ago, and I told you guys a few things. I told you guys that the death cross is approaching and that don't expect it to happen today, tomorrow, or in the next few days. And so far, that's been correct. And we also pointed out on another video that it should happen, according to the charts, on the 23rd or the 22nd, depending on where you live in the world. So the 22nd or 23rd, we should have a scenario playing out. Now, we also mentioned, let me put this down. We also mentioned that we were going to have a bounce. Remember when Bitcoin was down here a little above 7,002, 7,003? And we said, according to the charts, we are due for a bounce. We had that bounce in a pretty big way from 7,273 all the way up, and we're testing a danger zone. We're testing 2 big resistance points, the 50-day and the 200-day. Remember, these moving averages are our support until we break them. So they're both our resistance. So I expect us to have some difficulty getting through here. And if the previous charts play out, we could see a move back down to 6,000. Now, how else is this chart showing us that? Remember the stochastics RSI, which we introduced to the crypto crew maybe about a week ago. The stochastics are just about to get to the point where we're losing momentum. It's in the 80s, right? Anything over 80, we're losing momentum. Anything under 20, we don't have any momentum to really go down further. So we're getting to this point where we're running out of momentum. We're getting to the point where we're coming up to these 2 huge resistance points. So guys, we need to pay attention to this. If we can break through these 2 moving averages, the 50 and the 200, and close above it, I will be so happy. I really will. That's signal number 1. If we can not only break through, but close above it, we're going to change our tone. But until we do that, I'm a little bit worried, and we need to be paying attention to how much momentum we have left, where our RSI is located, and we need to look at the overall big picture of what's happened in the past, right? With this chart from 2013. It doesn't mean that this is exactly going to play out. However, it's been, again, scary accurate how close these charts are. So, more updates to come on the death cross. And let me know in the chat, in the comments, what you guys think is going to happen. Again, we're not going to have this death cross today or tomorrow. It should be the following day. So pay attention. More updates to come on that. Now, before I let you go, I want to give you a story that I've never told you guys before. Some people are wondering, Steve, what is with this hat? I want to tell you guys. So you guys know my biggest passion in life is teaching about crypto. That's very clear. My second biggest passion came when I was older. So you guys know I didn't grow up with very much money, and I never got to travel. I'm from the US. I never left the East Coast until my 20s. So I never left my little East Coast area until my 20s. And in a span of 10 years, I fell in love with traveling, and I went to 58 countries. So I have a deep passion for traveling. I've been blessed that I've gotten to follow my dreams. And let me know if you guys. I know our crypto crew is really international, and we have people from all over the world. And let me know where you're from. Maybe I've been to your town, or maybe I've been to your city, or maybe I've lived in your country, or something. So that's why the hat, I wanted to point that out to you guys that are just like, what is going on with this guy with this hat? So that's the quick story. The last thing I want to tell you guys about the classes. Again, please take your education seriously. If you guys aren't really confident with charts and reading charts and knowing what to buy, when to sell, do yourself a favor. Jump on those classes. The links are in the description, and get on the right track. You want to take this seriously. This is real money you're dealing with. Last but not least, Twitter. I have my Twitter linked below. Send me whatever questions you guys have, and I'm trying my extreme best to answer every single human. There are no silly questions. This is a complicated industry. Let's be honest. It's complicated. Ask that question that you've been meaning to ask. So let's keep our eye on this death cross. We'll keep updating. I would love to see a close above the 50 and 200 day, and we'll see you guys on the next video. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that button and turn on the bell. Again, these are the notes just for the classes that are linked in the description. If you click on this link, this is how to sign up. Then you get everything emailed to you. If you want to pay in crypto, my email is right here. If you have any questions about the classes, this is my email, my personal email. So send me messages about the classes. All right, Crypto Crew, make sure you guys subscribe. Welcome to the crew. Great to see you guys again. Fist pound to the Crypto Crew. Peace and love, guys.